Hi guys, and welcome back to the Jello Night of the Woods channel. It's Paul here. Thanks very much for taking the time to stop by for another video. You're probably wondering why on earth you are looking at a pile of clothes on a bed. Well, what I thought I'd do with this video is just to cover off a sometimes neglected part of our bushcraft kit. When people go through the kit that they use and carry, you know, sometimes people neglect to mention the clothing side of things. Exceptionally important at the end of the day, guys. I mean, this is our first protective barrier against the elements, and whether that element is blazing hot sunshine or freezing cold biting wind and rain, you know, the clothing is a pretty important choice. So I thought I'd just give you a quick overview of what I tend to wear. I'm not going to go into too much detail like specifications of this and so on and so forth. Just really to give you an overview. So apologies for the shaky camera work on this one. I thought it would be just easy just to lay everything out on the bed and go through it one by one. I'm going through the seasons. We're coming up to spring now, so I thought I'd cover off spring, moving into summer, then autumn and winter. And of course this stuff is pretty interchangeable. Like the seasons, there's no definitive line between spring starting and moving into summer, you know, so on and so forth. So let's start off with the springtime. First and foremost, I think one of the real key important parts of kit is a nice strong sturdy belt. This is a plain black leather belt. It's pretty thick, and when you think we're carrying multi-tools on our belts and other bits of kit regularly, you know, it's always good to have a nice strong sturdy belt around your waist for that. I do interchange these with sort of a tactical belt that I wear, nice and easy. It's got a side release buckle clip and Velcro fastenings just to get stuff on and off nice and easy. So first things first, the belt, get that over and done with. So in the springtime, you know, we're going to be interchangeable weather. I'm going to wear a t-shirt generally, either cotton or wicking material, either of the two, I'm not too fussed. So I pair that up with a pair of pants for our American buddies, or trousers, cargo trousers for us Englishmen. And these are a very, very thin, lightweight, breathable pair of cotton cargo pants. Pockets on either side, just a button fastening there for keeping kit in. Apologies for the focusing. These are a really nice lightweight pair of summer pants. I don't tend to wear shorts in the springtime. You know, you've got bugs and grass and thorns and stuff still, so I keep my legs protected all the time. So there you have, guys, the headwear that I'll use. Just a simple cap, peaked cap, something like that. A bit of camo on there. I love this one. Look at that, perfect combination, bass and beer. Can it get any better, you ask? Well, yes it can, because this cap has got a bottle opener on it as well. There you go. I don't know if you can see that very well. I'll tell you what, let's do it that way. There we go. There's the bottle opener inside. So you know, that's a perfect bushcrafting hat, that is. You know, wear that fishing as well. So that's the headwear. T-shirt, you know, when it gets into the later hours of an evening, I might put on this lightweight fleece jumper or shirt I've got here. Actually, let's get those trousers out. So going from sort of spring into the more summer months, I'll still carry on with the t-shirt and the trousers. Moving into sort of a slightly colder weather, I'll also keep this shimar with me all the time as well. That's pretty good for head protection, neck protection. Stick some water on that and it'll cool you down nicely as well. I'll quite often wear this leather walking hat, peaked hat, whatever you care to call it, handmade leather hat. Not cheap, these things, but this is my favourite. Absolutely love this hat, and generally I'll wear that most of the time. So moving into slightly colder weather, you know, in chilly evenings, I've got this very old and very lightweight fleece shirt. And this gives me a number of options. It's a great shirt to put on just over your arms when it gets a little bit chillier. But you know, I can open the cuffs up, roll them up in the summer and spring months, and of course it gives me the option to unbutton from the collar right the way down the length of the shirt to get some draft in there as well, cool down a bit if I need to. So quite often what I'll do is I'll pair these up with a pair of DPM army issue trousers as well. So I guess moving from sort of summer into more autumn weather, slightly more heavyweight pair of trousers, a bit more robust, a bit more durable. a standard pair. These are actually the windproof ones as well, which makes things pretty cool. And when it starts getting a little bit colder, maybe moving from summer into autumn time, when the lightweight fleece vest is not necessarily enough, quite often what I'll do is team that up with this much thicker, heavier duty fleece. Again, full length zip on it, no cuff zips or anything like that, so that's a full length. This thing is spectacularly warm, it really is, I've got to say. It's a Peter Storm branded fleece, nice and light, nice and heavy, heavyweight. So I'll team that up in a layering system with a t-shirt, wicking t-shirt underneath, the grey fleece, and then this heavier one on top, and that's good enough to cope with a lot of things. So what I'll also do sometimes is interchange when it gets a bit colder. You know, the windproof trousers are all well and good, but it starts getting a little bit colder still, and I'll move on to these Crag Hoppers cargo pants here. These are the winter ones, more the winter ones, so they are fleece lined inside. These things are absolutely amazing. I've actually been out in minus temperatures with these, and you know, my legs have come back, I wouldn't say warm, but certainly not cold, and that's the main difference. I'd say more comfortable, actually. So great pair of trousers. I picked these up for about £15. You can't really probably tell the colour on those, but I think they're supposed to be a dark woodland green or something like that. And again, still wearing a nice big tough heavy duty leather belt. So that's when the weather's getting a bit colder. I'm going to be pretty warm in those. Wet weather, I haven't covered necessarily wet weather gear on this because I've got the poncho, which I'll use for wet weather, you know, if it starts teeming down with rain. So moving into autumn, late autumn, let's say, and things are getting really, really cold now. Let's get rid of the trousers. You know, in the later months of summer, I'll start to wear obviously 2 pairs of socks. One very thin pair, just to as a wicking and moisture sort of movement pair of socks, and then I'll put a nice big thick pair of wool socks over the top of that. So that's for the feet. Get rid of this one here. And when we get into the winter months, really, really cold weather, we're starting to get into minus temperatures, then I will more often than not just stick with this army issue Arctic suit. This is like an all-in-one thing with a full-length body zip that stretches right from the head up there, all the way down the length, and then it carries on down the leg. Apologies for the focusing on this. Carries on all the way down the leg, right to the very bottom. I've actually used this as a sleeping bag, and I've been out in minus temperatures in this thing, and just had nothing but a t-shirt, my boxer shorts underneath, and that's absolutely it. This is an amazing piece of kit, and if you try and pick one of these up, I think they're anywhere between sort of £50 and £100 for these things. This was given to me by a member of the family. So this thing I'll team up with a fantastic pair of very, very thick ski gloves. Pair that with a pair of ski gloves, exceptionally thick. I can put some liner gloves in there as well if need be, but they're exceptionally thick. I'll wear this what do you call it, deerstalker hat type thing. Covers the ears nicely, nice big patch around the front, covers the back of the neck. Actually the collar on this, I mean it's got a hood anyway, but this will nicely tuck in around the back of the Arctic suit. Nice good collar to protect the neck there as well. And then quite often what I'll do is I'll keep this a balaclava with me. It's just 3 holes, 2 for the eyes, one for the mouth area, and I'll quite often sleep in that if it gets really cold as well. I look like some kind of SAS type person walking through the woods sometimes. Had you know, 1 or 2 people wondering what on earth I'm doing. So there you go, guys. What I'll also do is put some long johns underneath there, some thermal underwear. Team that up with a full-length leg underwear and a t-shirt as well. You know, but layering is the most important thing. It's about getting the different layers to trap the air, you know, against your body and between the layers. And this thing is waterproof as well. I've been covered in snow in this and never got a bit damp. It's a great bit of kit. Got a couple of pockets on the side of each hand level, and then a couple of breast pockets as well. So what I'll also do is, you've probably seen in the shot this little green Exped dry bag. Basically what this is for, this is sort of supplementary clothing if you like, and I'll do a separate video on this just very quickly because I think it's probably important to cover that as well. But look out for that one, guys. That's the supplemental clothing. Doesn't weigh an awful lot. It's probably about the size of my hand. Chuck it in the backpack, and I'll go over that one in a minute. So look out for the next video on that one. Thanks very much, guys. Please subscribe. Any constructive criticism, always welcome. And look forward to joining you in another video. Thanks. Bye now.